The dude that I'm gonna bring up right now, I had the chance to actually interview him on Real Success a couple of months ago, and we had one of the greatest responses in terms of people that loved his message, loved what it is that he said, and he has learned like this art of being able to actually bend time. They're already at about 125 sales this year. How many of you in this room would love, like right now, to be at 125 sales? Raise your hand, say aye. Hey, turn to your partner and go, you're so next, baby. Just say it to him, you are so next, baby. And he just got back. He and I, we love to rock climb. He just got back from rock climbing for 2 weeks in Yosemite, and he's taking time off. He's not just doing business and it's eating his time. It's that he's doing business and the business is giving him his time back, Jenny. So I want to bring up my friend, a righteous dude, a guy who just totally kicks ass, Mr. Jeff Thibodeau. Let's give it up for Jeff Thibodeau, baby.
Like my song? Thanks, buddy.
You got it, brother.
Woo. How's everybody doing? Oh man, there's a lot of you here. I'm a bit nervous, to be honest. You guys do me a favor. If I count to 3, can I get a big hey, Jeff? 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Wow. I have been on a wild ride, thanks, in this business ever since I met Tom about 5 years ago. And we've been growing our team, growing our business. My personal income has grown 10 times. Like 1,000%. Plus I've got more time off. I get to follow my passions. And I want to show you guys today what I believe is the most important thing that changed in my life to be able to do that. And it's not about lead generation. It's not about lead conversion. It's about, just like Bill said, managing really our only asset, the thing that we never get more of. And that's our time. You guys interested? Yes. Cool. Do I have permission to be really just blunt and honest with you today? Yes. Okay, here we go. You promised, I promised. Okay, there we go. We've kind of been lied to our whole life, I think. We've been told this story since we were born to work hard and you'll be rewarded. You're told it by your parents, your coaches, your teachers. But what does working hard really mean? It means make more calls, serve more clients, do more open houses, more evenings, more weekends, less vacations. To me, working hard really just means working more, doesn't it? And that's not a really exciting life to live into. On the other hand, working smart kind of means getting more out of every day or every hour. It means saying no to all the, pardon my Canadian French, bullshit that comes into our days. And it means gathering other people around you that share your culture and help you achieve your vision. Now, I'm not saying hard work's bad. We could all probably use a dose of it and a little more. But it's not the only path. It's not scalable. So I want to show you guys in the next 18 minutes how I'm able to work both smart and hard. And we've taken our team from me being a single agent, part-time, struggling, absolutely grinding to make $30,000 a year, to now I run a team that earns over $100,000 every single month in commissions. And thank you. I'm not a genius. I just listened to what's been told by all the other speakers up here over the years and implemented it. So please, write some of this stuff down and come on this journey with me. So I think all of us in this room got into this business for some of the same reasons. We wanted some freedom, flexibility, be your own boss. So the idea of having a super planned out day, week, or schedule isn't that free, fun, spontaneous, flexible lifestyle we dreamed of, right? But let's get real. If you're working all day at the office and then you're coming home and you're answering your phone and serving clients and doing showings at night, you got an open house on Sunday, you're out doing showings on Saturday, you're answering your phone on your vacation, that's not really the dream, was it? So something got disconnected. So the very first thing you can do to start working smart and start taking your time back is to build out your schedule in advance. And if I could give you a side piece of advice, the earlier you do it, the better. If you wake up in the morning and you plan out your day, that's great. If you do it the day before you go to bed, for the next day, that's even better. If you want to follow my path, I do it the week before. It's my last task on Friday to plan out my entire week. And I just want to walk you through quickly how I would build out my own personal schedule. There we go. So I don't want you to pay attention to the dates and times, but the order in which we put things in here. Because the order in which you build out your personal schedule shows what's important to you. So the very first thing I put in here is my time off, because that's the thing I like the most. That's why we're in this business, to actually make money and go have fun. So I take off Sundays, got a date night with my wife there on Wednesdays. We train for rock climbing on Wednesdays, date night on Fridays. The next thing we put in is family obligations. There we go. I've got 2 little kids at home, so I like to have breakfast and take them off to school in the morning. We like to pick them up again, have dinner with them, and I make a real point to be there for them because we do get called away late nights and weekends. The next most important thing, I believe, is your own personal development time. And so many people in this room, we neglect this. Actually, I didn't really even add this into my calendar until right after last summit, when I got the message about affirmations and morning routines. But take some time every day for yourself to actually pump yourself up, tell yourself you're a good person, meditate, work out, whatever gives you the power to be in action and have a powerful day. Now, you probably noticed we don't really have any work in here yet. That's cool. I like it this way because it makes you really focused on when work is. I think a lot of us in this room do the opposite. We answer the calls, we dive into the computer, we go run, and then if we don't have anything going on tonight, we take the night off. Or we try to catch up on all the stuff we are way behind on. So now that you have your calendar built out tight, you got to add in work. And of course, prospecting's got to be in there every day. And the other thing I like to do is pre-book my appointments. So you put them in there, the number of appointments you want or more, and leave them blank for now. And we have like a 2 o'clock, a 4 o'clock, and a 7:30 every day for trying to get listings, maybe 1 appointment on a Saturday. The last thing, there's not much time left. You fill it up with appointment prep and get stuff done time, that to-do list. So I know what you're all thinking. It's like, great, that's really great in theory, Jeff. But what happens? What happens when that lead that you've been calling for 3 months over and over and over again, they finally call you back, you pick up the phone, and they're like, hey, I need to see that house right now. So I want to walk you through a script on how to get other people to come into your schedule instead of you constantly hopping through hoops for them. So the first thing you have to do is, regardless of what time or date they ask, is you just have to say, I'm so excited, I want to do that for you. Unfortunately, I'm already booked at that time. I actually have tomorrow at 6 or Thursday at 7:30. Now, one of 2 things is going to happen. Either they're going to say, yes, great, and you go right back to working your own schedule, or they're going to say, no, and let's take it to the extreme. They're going to say, no, I'm actually going to go see the house with your worst competitor, and I'm going to write an all-cash offer tonight. That's our fear, right? Why we jump through the hoops all the time. So promise me you don't react like that. You have to hang up the phone and actually look in your calendar and make a rational decision. Think about, have you qualified the lead? Are they really worth moving your day around? And if you do decide that you're going to accommodate their schedule, remember, you can't delete things out of your calendar. That work has to exist still. You have to pick it up and move it somewhere else. And having that decision in mind really makes you rethink some stuff. When I have to move prospecting to Saturday afternoon, I may not be so willing to go and show a house tonight when I was planning to have the night off. Now, you're going to call them back. And I have to stress, we do this even if the appointment was with myself. If it's my rock climbing day, they don't need to know what your other appointment is, right? It's your appointment. So you call them back, and one of 2 things is going to happen. Either you're going to say, hey, great news, I was able to reschedule. And you're going to sound like the hero. They're going to respect your time, and they're going to let you know in advance when they need your time the next time. Or you're going to already decide that you were willing to lose the client by saying no. But I promise you, because you've gone twice and you went the extra effort, they're going to say yes, and you're going to take the second stab at it. You're going to say, I'm really sorry, I tried, but my other client can't reschedule. Can you make tomorrow at 4? And they're going to say yes most of the time. All right, so that's bonus tip number 1. Think everyone can start doing that? Everybody awake? Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Second, we've got this really tight schedule. We got to get really, really clear about the BS we allow into our week. When you have a tight, built-out schedule like this, you just can't afford to let other people that aren't part of your plan or your agenda in there. You guys gave me permission to be real. I think we all need to get a little bit real, myself included, about what is and isn't work in this line of business. And here's my list. Prospecting, marketing, prep for meetings, showings, writing offers, and closing deals. That's it. That's our job, right? Now, how much of any of our given days is actually this work? There's some stuff you don't see up here, like playing golf, going to Office Depot, organizing your office. I'm not saying that stuff's not needed or not fun, but it's just not work. And if you have aggressive goals like you're probably going to set here this week, your business needs you actually working on this stuff 30 to 60 hours a week. Okay? Great. My bonus tip number 2 is how to do your future self a favor. You know, have you ever gone into the closet and grabbed an old jacket or a suit, for the ladies maybe a handbag, and you reach in there and you feel something, and you like start to get excited, you pull it out and it's like, boom, a $20 bill. Who's done that? Yeah, it feels awesome, right? It's like, yes, 20 bucks. It's your 20 bucks. Why are you so excited? Right? You left it in there. Would you believe me if I said I plant those $20 bills in my jackets, in my luggage, in my journals, and every time you do, you find it, and even though you know you put it there, it feels amazing. It's crazy, right? You can do it with ones and it'd be even more effective. Or hundreds, Christoph. So you can do this every day. See, it's the opposite of procrastination, which is our default position a lot of the time. When your client cancels on you, when your open house nobody shows up, when your broker's 15 minutes late for your meeting, that's not the time to hop on Facebook or Instagram. It's the time to get ahead on tomorrow's appointment prep, on that backlog at to-do list. By doing this 15 minutes at a time in those micro moments, that's how you earn Friday afternoon off, rather than work till 11 p.m. every night. Make sense? Make sense? Okay, we're still awake. Okay. You know, everything really changed for me the first time I got to speak one-on-one with Tom. It wasn't actually even one-on-one. It was like 1-on-6. We were at a lunch table, and he said, hey, we're having a quick lunch. Give me a problem I can help you solve what we're eating here. And when the question got around to me, I said, you know, Tom, the biggest thing that's demotivating me, struggling my growth and my energy in this business is that I can't figure out how to double my business, like we're all told to do, without 10 timesing my effort, right? That first bit of business comes really easily. Your sphere, your friends, your family, but how do we do the online lead conversion? How do we like cold call and bring all these people up? And the answer he gave me totally changed the entire path of my career. He looked me right in the eye and he said, you can't. And it was like a punch to my face. And I stopped fighting that battle and started going down a new path. Hi, Angie. So I want to show you interactively here how you can get some help. And I really believe if you can rally some other people who share your visions, share your culture, if you can bring them into your team, together you guys can all achieve more. Today as we sit here, every single person on my team has earned more money, administrators included, than they did in all of last year. And we don't have to be the king at the top, right? So the first person you need or the next person you need for you is going to be totally different than for me. People always ask me, oh, who do I hire? What's the job description? What's the ad? It's unique to you. We all are running our own unique businesses. So if you've got a piece of paper there with my name on the top, draw a line down the middle. Cool, I hear a lot of books moving. That's awesome. We like pat our head. What else? Simon says, okay, on the left-hand side, I want you to write down stuff I hate about this business. Don't be shy. We all have a different list. Those are the things that you could just pawn off forever. If somebody else would do them for you, you'd be so happy. You'd never have to do them again. You could move on. So when you've got a good list over there, I want you on the other side to write stuff I love. This list is a little harder. It takes some more consideration. You know, think about those things when you wake up in the morning, you see that appointment, you're actually fired up, excited, you stayed up all night prepping for it, you were so pumped. Or those client parties, the things you really love. And I'm gonna challenge you to keep this list like 3 to 5 things. I love going on listing presentations, I love being in the background doing my marketing, and I love building my team up and making sure that they're in action every single day. So if you want to take that page, fold the corner over, put a big highlighter on it, a big star, heck, rip it out and put it in your pocket right now. What you have in front of you is a 5-year business plan. It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. Hire people and companies to do stuff on the left so you can spend more time doing stuff on the right. And that's how you leverage your time. Thanks, Vanda. Woo! All right, we got to slow down though because it's not that easy. Bonus tip number 3 is that the biggest mistake I see when we go through this kind of exercise with my coaching clients is that they go immediately to find the cheapest, lowest paying wage, outsourced company to do the work they don't like. And that's not the goal. The goal is to find people out there in the world that are truly passionate about the exact same stuff you hate. And when you do that, 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2, it equals 10. So you want to find great people that are the yin to your yang. Don't hire yourself, right? Does it make sense? And when they love that work, they do it 10 times better than you ever would. And they serve your clients better, and then you get to spend your time doing the stuff you love. So not only do you make more money, you spend your time doing work you're passionate about, but you also have the freedom to go home and do the things you're passionate about with your family, your friends, and your hobbies. So let's recap. We got to work both smart and hard. We got to design our day from the beginning. And the earlier you do it, the better. Put stuff in your calendar in the order in which it's important to you. And remember, start at least trying to get your clients to conform to your schedule rather than you jumping through hoops all the time and having all these big gaps in evenings and weekends all in your calendar. We got to start learning to say no to stuff that's not part of your plan. There is not enough time in the week to chase other people's dreams. Please. And don't forget to every once in a while put a metaphorical $20 bill in your jacket and do your future self a favor. Every day, it's the compound effect. Day after day, you're getting ahead. And please, just stop doing the work you hate. Start figuring out how to move it off your plate and onto somebody else's plate that will absolutely love it. My administrator, Julie, I hope she's watching somewhere on the replay. She loves organizing files. Loves it. She will do it all day, but get her to sit in front of a client, it's never going to happen, right? You want to find those A players who are absolutely going to love it. All right, guys, I can't stress this anymore that one of the most important things to me, and I talk to my team every day, is that never forget that selling houses is just what we do to make money to go do stuff you really love. So don't spend 80 hours a week and forget about your personal life, your hobbies, and your goals. Start leveraging your time and start loving your life. Thank you very much.